So sit back if you can, and take a ride with Alex and his friends as they take you on the streets, the sky, and the sea of beautiful South Florida. Alex shows up at Supreme Marine to check in on the boat he wants to buy.
Tell you know what's great on this boat? Come here, let me show you. This is what I really like. 4 outboards. Look at that. 4 frickin' outboards. This is what I like. This is the badass part of the boat right here. This is what I love. And the way it sounds is incredible. I'm gonna have some fun with this.
They decide the ocean is right to take the boat out for Alex's first ride. It's a 32-foot skater with 4 300 horsepower Mercury outboard race engines. Troy's Mikasuki race boat has only 2 of the same outboards, and it hits just under 120 miles an hour. Alex's new boat should top out at about 140, without any of the canopies and air tanks to keep you safe. Tony and Keith are 2 of Troy's other customers that decide to meet him at the docks. Tony is a 46 cigarette Rough Rider, and Keith, a 38 cigarette Top Gun. Both boats go well over 100 miles an hour. If you're ever lucky enough to ride in a boat like this, you'll never forget it. The adrenaline is uncomparable. There's nothing in the world as breathtaking as riding in one of these boats doing over 100 miles an hour while catching air and spraying a 30-foot high rooster tail. Troy really is the master throttle man. Every move that the boat makes, Troy instinctively controls the throttle over the top of each wave. Alex is sold. This boat is fast. He'll have to get used to it before he gets behind the wheel. Keith busted a drive while driving at 105 miles an hour. It looks like they're gonna crawl back to the dock on one engine.
Type customers I have, they want the boat absolutely perfect condition, pristine condition every single time they use it. I deliver it to where they're picking the boat up from. It's in the water, it's gassed up, it's 100% ready to go, completely detailed. They want to be able to jump in it and take off. And when they get back, they bring it back to the dock and it's handled from there on. It's brought back to the shop and completely gone through. Every single time it goes in the water, I change oil and filters and just completely go through the whole boat and detail the boat completely, just keep it in pristine shape for them. This boat is I believe it's a 2005, it's a 46-foot cigarette. It's powered by a pair of 1075 Mercuries with number 6 drives. Top speed on it's about 119 miles an hour. Engines, Engines are, like I said, Mercury 1075s. They're supercharged motors. They produce 1,075 horsepower and about 1,100 foot-pounds of torque, which will basically slingshot this thing to about 119 miles an hour. You out in the ocean or south in Key Biscayne, whatever, sky's the limit. Whatever you want to run, you can just have at it. As fast as it'll go. Trick to throttling it is just you got to read the water, you got to read the waves. Look way ahead of you. Get the boat set up for, basically you want to try and get the boat set up for the biggest wave. And sometimes you're on a race course and you'll have 3 to 4 foot seas, 4 foot seas, but then you'll have what they call a hole, which is when the bottom of the ocean is at a different, it just drops off. So basically you'd be running along, all of a sudden the bottom falls out from underneath you. Anywhere from 3 to 6 feet you can just drop into a hole. But you just gotta have the boat set up right so you don't get yourself hurt, don't blow over, don't stuff it, don't roll it. It just takes a lot of seat time and skill and coordination. You hit a wave the minute the boat's airborne, you want to pull back just a little on the throttles. You don't want them hitting the rev limiter and staying on the rev limiter. You don't want to damage anything, and you don't want to have too much RPM on re-entry because that's when you break stuff. So you have to finesse the throttles coming in and out of the water constantly, and then trimming the boat, trimming the drives and the tabs constantly. Keep the attitude of the boat right. Some race boats are equipped with what's called a ballast tank, which is a tank mounted in the front of the boat, and I can actually fill that tank and add water to it for weight, and I can dump it just as fast as I fill it. Usually takes somewhere about 15 to 18 seconds to fill it, and somewhere about 10 to 15 seconds to empty it. And that's just to get the attitude of the boat right. You want to fly nice and level.
Next, watch Troy Hannon firsthand as he prepares his Mikasuki-sponsored boat for a superboat race. Don't go away. South Florida Toys will be right back.